What if the Ouija board isn't just a game, but a powerful cultural artifact that shaped our understanding of the supernatural? Forget what you think you know about talking to spirits. This isn't about spooky seances, it's about uncovering the surprising historical and societal influence of one of the world's most misunderstood objects. And that would be Ouija. So I picked up a really fun Salem, Massachusetts, which city Ouija board. Show you all this, and it has the different historical places on it. It has the Witch House, Old Town Hall, Derby Wharf Lights, the House of the Seven Gables, Derby Wharf, Patrick Shore House, Friendship of Salem, Old Salem Depot train station, the Charter Street Cemetery and Old Bearing Point, Salem Witch Trials Memorial, the Salem Common Bandstand, statue of Roger Conant, St. Peter's Episcopal Church, and the Custom House. So the inside of the board gives like a little historical, like a little bit of information about each place. So on the back it says, Ouija, are you there? Sit opposite your partner with the board between you and your fingers lightly placed on the planchette. Ask a question and give Ouija some time to respond. If the planchette doesn't move, ask another question and concentrate. Will Ouija tell you yes or no? Will it give you a number or spell out of an answer? Speak slowly and clearly, just like friendly spirits prefer. Don't forget the most important thing about using a Ouija board. Always say goodbye when you're done. Let the spirits move you. So you can go and follow them on Winning Moves USA on YouTube. Here is the planchette. It's just plastic. I haven't played with this yet. The back is just... My husband was like totally freaked out because I bought this, as most people are freaked out about the Ouija board due to the movie The Exorcist. Now, going to the Salem Witch Board Museum is very interesting because you learn the true history of the Ouija board. And it was actually created by a woman. When she asked the board what Ouija meant, the board told her, good luck. How creepy is that? Like, it sounds kind of ominous. The Ouija of yes, no came later. The myth and the magic around the Ouija board. It really started with the spiritualism movement. And the game used to be played by just one person. You know, the needing two people came later. And the Ouija board was used as a way for flirting, for a man and a woman to be alone in a room together, so their knees could touch, their hands could touch the planchette together. So it became really a way to become flirty. And then later, like during the 60s, it really took on like a spicy quality. So we saw a game that was played. And then of course, some spicy movies have been made. They had all the movies that have ever been made about the Ouija board there. So there's a few I want to watch. Not The Exorcist though. I'm good with that movie. But my sister was too afraid to even go in to the museum. And there were some scary stories about the Ouija board of supposedly spirits telling a young girl to take out her father. But of course she was playing the game with her mother. So, and the mother really, wanted to leave. So it's like, was it the mother? Was the spirits? Anyway, so there was things like that. We saw the most haunted, like very possessed supposedly spirit board, and it's actually one of the newer ones. It's the Stranger Things board. It got mailed in to the museum, and with no return address, and there's like a little write-up about it. So that was interesting. It's just such a fun museum. Now I have to like go back. We were waiting to buy our tickets to go into the museum, and again, just like the Buckland's Museum of Witchcraft, it was really just a one-room museum, and the curator is there, and he introduces, like, he welcomes you, and then he goes right into the history that it was really created by this woman, and that Ouija, when she asked the board what it meant, it said good luck, which I find that really interesting, because it's like, is spirit like taunting her, like, good luck with this, or is it saying like the board is good luck, or there's all these implications, like, what does good luck mean? I don't know. I think having the board being called good luck is more ominous than yes, no, right? Yes, no seems pretty neutral. And so, the spiritualist movement was really big in the 19th and early 20th century. It was in everybody's home. Everybody, played this game, and it was no big deal. It didn't become a big deal until The Exorcist came out. And The Exorcist, the true story, there was no Ouija board. The little boy who became possessed was not possessed because he played with a Ouija board. The writer just put that in because he knew the Ouija board was in most people's homes, and he was like, let's make this really scary. So he did. He added the Ouija board, and then the culture around the Ouija board shifted from, this is just a fun little game, to flirt, or have spicy time, or even try to connect with loved ones on the other side. It became ominous. It became scary. And before, you didn't used to have to say goodbye. That got added in later. So whatever your beliefs are about the Ouija board, that's gonna be kind of like your experience, right? So if you have fear around it, then you're going to kind of invite that in. If you view it neutrally, as it's another tool, just like tarot or the pendulum, to communicate with spirits, then you'll be okay. I don't know who I'm going to get to be able to contact spirits with this, because everybody's afraid. My husband, my sister, like, there's too much fear. So I don't know who I'll get to. I've only played the Ouija board once, and of course it was at a party. And there was drinking, and the spirit who came through, he was being kind of like a little bit of a trickster. At first he was saying it was for me, and then it was like, no, it's somebody else. So a little trickster energy, but nothing bad, nothing bad happened. Nothing followed me home, surprisingly. While we were also in Salem, I picked up, this was at a different store. I don't know which store. There's so many, but I had to pick her up. She's so cute. And then we also picked up the Salem Witchboard Museum, a little magnet. And I forgot to show you all this, the Buckland Museum. This is kind of like their logo. I love this. So yeah, the Witchboard Museum was amazing. Oh, anyway, I forgot to tell you. My brain is all over the place. So we're waiting to buy our tickets, and we get up to the counter, and the woman selling the tickets, she sees this bracelet. Now, I bought this bracelet at the Listen Center in Lebanon, New Hampshire, and I really love the beading. It looks like it's handmade. I am gonna have to like glue. There's some beads coming off, but I just loved it. I love the design. And she sees this, and she goes, who owns your head? And I'm like, huh? Who owns my head? I go, nobody. I own my head. And she's like, no, who owns your head? And I was like, huh? Who owns my head? Like, what are you talking about? And she goes, well, and she points out her bracelet. She goes, well, Yamaya owns my head. And she goes, these bracelets are part of a close practice. And I was like, okay. I go, so I picked this up at a thrift store. Does that mean I shouldn't wear it? And she just like got really quiet. Like she just stopped talking. And I was like, should I not be wearing it? Nothing. Like she was done talking to me. She didn't want to speak to me anymore. And I was just like, okay. I'm still a little unsettled. Um, because I don't really know. I mean, obviously, I don't really know if it is. I picked this up in Vermont. It's not like I picked this up at a secondhand store in New Orleans or anywhere else. To me, the beading just looks like it's somebody, made a beaded bracelet. That's all. But who knows? I don't know about it. Maybe you'll know. Like, you can let me know in the comments below. But the Ouija board museum, we spent again like about an hour talking to the curator. It was so fascinating, and talking about the history. I didn't know that it started out as a way to be like flirty, and then it went to like spicy, and then that like even spicy movies were made around the Ouija board. Like, okay. And I had no idea that during World War II there were like specific boards like asking like, okay, when will the war end? And it's like curious, maybe there should be some boards like, okay, when will this war, this cultural war end? This, what's going on now? But the Ouija board to me is just like so fascinating. And I don't know, maybe I will just use it as a single practitioner. I am not afraid of tools of spiritual development. I don't have fear around it like a lot of people. I also, you treat things, I believe, with respect. To me, I personally don't like to be under any influence when I contact spirit, but that's just me. And that could come from my, very religious upbringing. Who knows? To each their own. We all have our different beliefs. And I really do believe that it comes down to intention. Intention is like key, and respect. If you respect the spirits and you respect the spiritual world, you will be respected. But I don't view the Ouija board as any different than using tarot or the pendulum, and I use both of those tools. So let me know down below if you've played with a Ouija board and what your experience has been. And I just want to show you guys my really fun 80s outfit. I have really been into picking up just fun pieces of thrift store jewelry and like pulling out my old stuff and just having fun with my clothes. And I figure, why dress plain when you can just have fun, right? Well, it was so wonderful spending time with you all again. I hope everyone is good. As always, have fun, keep on shuffling. Thanks for watching. Have fun. Bye, y'all.